So what is the Ready for Rigor framework? That is how this book is organized. Zaretta Hammond developed this framework, and it focuses on the importance of building quality relationships between students and teachers. It helps us organize the principles and tools that we need to become culturally responsive teachers. It helps our teachers understand the brain-based principles to help stimulate underperforming students' development and help them grow into self-directed learners. The book is broken down into three parts. The first part, chapters 1 through 4, is based on awareness. It talks about the promise of culturally responsive teaching to support our most vulnerable students. It discusses the role that neuroscience plays in helping us understand how to implement it successfully. And it looks at the role that culture plays on culturally responsive teaching. It talks about the connection between that culture, the brain structures, and building that brain power to make our students more independent. Finally, it discusses the work that teachers need to do to up their CRT practices and get ready for implementation. As we move on to part 2, we discuss learning partnerships. This focuses on the foundational role that effective students and teachers play in culturally responsive teaching. It talks about the skills that teachers need to cultivate, to cultivate relationships to help our dependent students become more independent, and look at those strategies that build an academic mindset. Finally, we move on to part 3, building the intellective capacity. This is chapters 8 and 9. This focuses on the whole brain, that informational processing to help build our students' intellective capacity through cognitive routines. It focuses on the importance of creating a socially and intellectually safe classroom where we encourage our students and they feel comfortable taking cognitive risks. As we move on through the series of slides, you will take a deeper dive into these three parts: awareness, learning partnerships, and building intellective capacity, to see how they totally work within this framework.